Captains, welcome back to the final ship in the line of the German Battlecruisers, the tippity top, the top of the line, the Schlieffen. And I hope I'm saying that right. I'm not German, but I hope you enjoyed that little teaser to start. As you can see, this thing is really fun up close and personal, but that's been kind of the case the whole line. So let's take a look at the build, and then we're going to get into some actual real long gameplay. We have Otto Celiax, as we've always had him since pretty much the beginning. He's had a little bit of work done at the very early part of the series, but from the Zeton on to here, we've pretty much kept him the same. Using Hipper and Fuso as our inspirations helps our highly educated crew and advanced schemes to give us more fire chance, longer range, and better damage. Fight Fire with Fire is our legendary, going on to the mod slot, secondary in the first slot, turning circle, steering gears in the second, concealment system mod 1, and then the last one, we are using the epic secondary battery mod, because why not? The secondaries on this thing are an absolute menace. I saved the best perk for the best ship. What it does, if you don't already know, if you have it, is it already gives you 20% extra secondary reload time, and every 50 hits, it gets buffed by 5%, giving you a total amount of 45% when it's maxed out on your reload reduction, which is absolutely insane. 5 damage cons, 5 heals, and the sonar, as you saw. We're on to the survivability. We have 76,100, which compared to the Ruprecht is actually a little over 12,000 extra. Still have the same torpedo damage reduction, so that hasn't changed. It's a lot healthier of a ship at this tier. You need it, because there's a lot of big battleships with a lot of health up here that can take your health pretty quickly. The artillery, you have 420 millimeters now. It's a slightly increase. It's not going to change the penetration from the 406s. It's just going to give you more damage. However, your HE shell, maximum shell damage, has actually gone down, and the fire setting chance is less by over 10% compared to the Ruprecht, which is kind of odd to me, but that's how it is. Your secondary armament, though, makes up for it with the same percentage as far as setting fires, but the range has gone up to 12.4. This thing is just, it reaches out. It's the best secondaries in the game, hands down. On to the torpedoes. Not a lot has changed. The torpedoes were already fantastic on the Ruprecht, 16 total, 8 on either side, and 2 quad launchers on both sides of the ship. And they reach out to 8 kilometers this time as opposed to 7.5. That's the big difference there. A little bit longer reload, but not that much of a difference. The AA defense is pretty dang good, but we don't have to face a carrier right now. So, but those are the stats in the event that you do face a carrier. On to the maneuverability. 35.1 knot speed is really good for a battleship at this tier. The turning circle radius, not so much. 920 is, or is that 970? I can't see it. But it's not a very good turning circle radius. The rudder shift time is better, but that's because of our steering gears that we equipped on it. The concealment is a battleship. It's 13.6 by sea, 11.4 by air. And never fire from smoke, because that's stupid. All right, moving on to the armor. This thing is a beefcake, and I mean that in a good way. The only weak part of your armor is this yellow section, which can only bounce 15-inch shells, which you're not going to face many of that at this tier. However, your icebreaker sits well above the waterline and can bounce any AP shells, which is fantastic. Your casemate armor, you've got a really healthy deck at 30 millimeters. So there's a lot of orange and yellow from here on out. The rest of the ship is very tanky. However, your Citadel does sit slightly above the waterline now. It seemed to have started that way with the Zeton and the Ruprecht. It was either below or right at it. Now it's back up on the Zeton. So that's a little bit of a downside. It does extend for a large duration of your ship, but this ship is really long. But extends from the back turret to the front turret. On to the gameplay. Alrighty, folks, we are on the map Shards, and I just wanted to say right off the bat, thank you for tuning in. This has been one awesome ride. I want to thank everybody who has subscribed. There is a giveaway that is going on that I will be doing this Friday, May 12th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to be giving away 2 Firepower Deluxe Edition versions that come with 4 premium ships, a couple of doubloons, and some credits, along with 30 days of premium time. So, and I'm going to give one away on the Xbox and one on the PlayStation. So if you're interested in that, you need to go to my YouTube page. If you haven't subscribed, go there, look on the community tab, and read all of the notes that I have on that. And on that particular post itself, put your gamer tag and what platform you're playing on, because whenever I do the stream, which is going to be on Twitch, unfortunately, I can't do it on YouTube yet, but I've got the link. Everything you need to know is in there, so go check it out. And thank you again so very much, Captains, for tuning in. This has been an absolute blast. I feel like we're only getting started, and I can't wait to bring you guys more exciting stuff. So on to the gameplay itself. We're in the Schlieffen, the best of the best when it comes to the German Battlecruisers, and we're pushing in here mid. It's a capture the base mode, which is not the most fun game mode in the world. Here we're trying to make a play to get in between these islands, and we pay for it with almost 20,000 of our hit points right off the bat. But I want to make this move because I want to get in here and support our destroyer, which is right there off our left, I believe is a Khabarovsk. But I like getting up close and personal. If you've noticed the theme on all of these videos, it's getting up close, pushing aggressively, being smart about it. I'm not like YOLOing from the very beginning on most of these. I'm using island cover as best I can because I don't want to get hit by those. Torpedoes will ruin your day in this thing. Although you do have a 25% reduction on your torpedoes, you don't want to get hit because you're going to end up going through and cycling your damage cons, which you have a limited number of, and then you're out of the game relatively early. This boat, as strong as it is, and it is a very strong ship, capable of carrying games. It's not invincible. Like we looked at it with the armor, it has a raised citadel slightly out of the water. It does not have a turtle back like the regular German battleship line does. So you can get citadeled in the side of this thing. I've been citadeled in it. I've citadeled other people in it. I mean, it's a menace up close. And speaking of up close, there's a Pommern, the Tier 8 premium German battleship that also has torpedoes, although he only has one set of quad torpedoes on each side of his ship, 8 total, where we have double that. So moving in here, he knows I'm here. He's got me hydroed. I wasn't going to use mine because eventually he's going to pop right back up. Here I'm trying to slow down and turn in because I know he's coming, and I know that I'm going to eat some torpedoes here, but he's also going to eat some torpedoes, and well, it's pretty academic at this point. He's going to get his off. I'm going to take a whole buttload of those. He's going to take some here. And the difference between us two is I've got a second set and he doesn't. Although he does wipe a big chunk of my health right there. Not ideal, but he is gone. And we eclipse 100k damage just like that. Here we're spotted again, which I can only assume is the destroyer who was shooting torps earlier from the right-hand side. But then we quickly go unspotted, so I'm not quite sure where he's at. But I am going to need some help here. I do pop my hydro for that reason. I don't want to get surprised by torps on that side. So I'm just going to hold this spot, and I got to regain my health back now. I was able to take out the Pommer for the first blood. We got a lot of damage off of that, but here our Khabarovsk is pinging kind of pretty much where I assumed the destroyer was. And I got to think that he's got twist and track, which is kind of telling me that's where he's at. So I'm just going to keep backing up here. I need to take the time to regain my health back. While we're waiting on that, I did want to kind of say that it took me a while to get a video. I actually had this video pretty early on, but I was like, I think I can get a better one But I'll tell you this much, the matches today, I don't know what it was. I just really struggled. I had some teammates that made it really tough for me to get a decent video. I had several decent games. Most of them were losses, where I was either the last one alive or the first one eliminated because I would push into a spot. All my teammates would abandon it behind me. I'd be surrounded by 2/3 of the team, and I was like, yeah, this isn't fun. So, like I said, this ship is not invincible if it doesn't have the support. It can do a lot of damage by itself. And speaking of torpedoes from the Shimakaze that I knew was over there, there they are. I'm glad I had my Hydro running, so I was able to make this turn, although this thing really stinks when it comes to its turning circle radius. Still able to bypass those torpedoes, which was thankful. I'm already pretty low as it is. I don't need to take any more. So pushing in here. The Cobb is really close to that spot where the Shimakaze threw those torps, so I'm really counting on him to kind of handle and take care of that guy. The Mogami shows up, which is pretty interesting. He's a tier 7. I'm thinking, why is he in this match? I'm guessing it has to do with the fact that he was in a failed division. So we're going to take a shot at him and get a bunch of overpins, 5 to be exact. So that's just kind of a thing. These 420s can really penetrate, I guess, and against a broadside Mogami, I felt like that should have been a dev strike, but it happens all the time. Earlier, as we were chatting, the Khabarovs did take out the Shimakaze that I was talking about. However, the Shimakaze repaid the favor and took him out with torpedoes. So at least he was able to take him out. Here, the Mogami comes around the corner again. We are able to just sneak some shells around that island, and we get a much better hit, although we can't seem to kill him. But he's down to nothing, and I believe he was just taken out right there. So the Yamato is right here. Thankfully, he's not focusing over in this general direction. And the Alaska pops up, who is now turning out to turn broadside to us. So the Yamato clears that island. We can't shoot at him. We shoot at the Alaska, get a really good salvo off. And we get a Citadel, a couple of penetrations, take a nasty chunk off of him. We're sitting at 155,000 damage. Still peppering the Alaska with our secondary shells. And I got to be honest, in the myriad of games that I've played, I've been getting a lot of fires, and I've been getting Witherer medals with this thing. And I haven't been shooting HU with my main guns. The main gun fire chance is actually not that great. It's sitting just below 30%, whereas the Ruprecht is over 40%. So yeah, that's weird. But they really nerfed the fire chance and put it all in the secondaries. And I'm telling you right now, these secondaries, they cook. If you're in need of a barbecue, just hop in your Schlieffen. So here the Yamato is looking right at us, and then he keeps swapping back and forth. I was holding my shot because I didn't want to hit from him. I wanted to wait until I saw that he was committing or about to clear that island, and then we take a shot. However, that dispersion looks a lot like a German, and we get one hit, and it's a ricochet against a flat broadside Yamato. I don't know what I hit, but anyway. So again, we are looking at the score. We're up in ship count. We've got the Yamato and the Alaska that was just in their spawn, although I believe the Alaska is now dead. There is a Colbert. Yes, the Alaska is dead. The Colbert is pretty far out there. He's at 14 clicks, which is where a Colbert wants to be when he's up against ships like me. The Yamato is a lot closer. So the Yamato, I know and am very confident that I can take out. The Colbert, I'm not confident with. He's very fast. He's pretty maneuverable. He's pretty much at max range. And I know that he's just gonna annoy the crap out of me once I'm spotted from this Yamato. Plus, you have the Yamato and the Kurfürst that is around the corner on the right-hand side if you look at the mini-map. So I'm going to be pushing the Yamato because I want to clear this cap. Our Napoli is pushing into this cap. And here I was hoping I could punch right through the cheek, but I get nothing but real bounces. So, all right, we'll use our torpedoes instead. I guess I should have held my shot. That would have probably not dev struck him, but taken him out with Citadels if I would have just waited a little bit longer. However, that's why you have torpedoes, and we get to use them. Again, the Colbert being a nuisance, just like we knew he was going to be. So we put out that fire that he had against us. We got 10 seconds left on our damage con. We get spotted right there because it's not the Colbert spotting us. It's the battleships behind us. And trying to take shots at him, but at this range, he's just going to be able to dodge our stuff. So the battleships are behind us, and they're going to be shooting at us as well. We're double fired. I don't know if we can get this damage con off in time. We're trying to heal back, but I think we're dead. Maybe we can get a couple more shots off on these guys. We damage con, but we're just getting focused way too much. Get another fire off. Can we get this last set? We get the last two off right as we die. And these shells are tracking, and they're going to hit the Yamato and give us a little over 2K. So back-to-back 200K damage games, although the Ruprecht was much more impressive. You can still do it in the Schlieffen, and I feel like this is kind of typical. I had a lot of really high damage games in this today. Didn't get this was the highest damage one that I got. You can get more, but it's a lot of fun. That's going to do it at the tippy top of the line. The German Battlecruisers, 2,400 base XP and a win at the top of the leaderboard. It's not the best. You could definitely do much better in this, but I just want to kind of showcase the Schlieffen for you guys. So thank you again so very much for tuning in to my channel, to this series. I've had a blast doing it. I'm going to have to find another line that I'm going to be doing next. Definitely take a look at my community page, that community tab. If you want to get a part of the giveaway, like I said, go on that particular post, put in your gamer tag and the platform in which you have, and you have to be subscribed. And then tune in this Friday, May 12th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be doing a giveaway to give to 2 people, one on each platform as a thank you. So that's going to do it for me today, guys. I hope to see you at the live stream. We'll feature a couple of the ships. We'll do a new series starting next week. Thank you so very much, guys. This is the USS Endeavor signing off.